Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, fantastic. You can hear me now. Yes, Ghost Power. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the reason why it's good to have people on like that. So, Ghost Power, you should be able to hear me now, I guess. Anybody watching now can hear me. So I'm going to bring on my guest. Alex Osagie is right here, is ready. I'm bringing him on right now. Please let's join me to welcome the fantastic Alex Osagie to the screen.
Great, great afternoon, everybody. It's good to be here.
Alex Osagie,
Alex
good to have
Osagie,
you
good to
here.
have you here.
It's good to have you here. Can I see myself? Can I
Can
see
you see?
myself?
Can you see yourself
Can you see
already?
yourself already?
Not yet. Oh, yeah, I can see myself.
Fantastic. You can see only
Fantastic.
you
You can
now.
see only
So,
you now. So,
Yeah, it's
all
good
right.
to be
So,
back
Godfather,
alright.
here.
So,
you said
Godfather,
this is
you said this
perfect.
is
Alex
perfect.
is here.
Alex is here.
Yes, my guest is
Yes, my
here. You
guest
can
is
hear
here.
me
You can
now.
hear me
Thank
now.
you,
Thank
Wajomo
you, Wajomo
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Ghost Power, you
Ghost
can hear
Power,
me.
you can hear me.
Please do
Please
feel
do
free
feel free
to
to
share this video
share
to
this video
your
to your
contact and
contact and
so that we can have more
so that
people.
we
I
can have more
promise
people. I
that we
promise that
have at
we
least
have
a
at
hundred
least
persons
100
watching.
persons watching.
I would
I would
send a free
send a
gift to
free gift
everybody
to
watching.
everybody watching.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah,
I would
so
match you on that. I will send a free gift to everybody who's watching too.
fantastic. So
Fantastic.
that's
So that
two
that
gifts
two gifts
for just one
for
live
just one
session.
live session.
Too much
Too
value
much
going out
value
today.
going out today.
All right. So
All
I know
right. So I know
some persons
some
watching. So
persons
we have
watching.
people
So we have
online
people
while
online
we are going.
while
So
we are
Alex,
going. So Alex,
I want
I want
to
to
allow you
allow
introduce
you
yourself
introduce
properly because I
yourself
might not be
properly because
able
I
to
might not
do
be able to do
justice
justice
to who you
to
are.
who you are.
So help me
So help
introduce
me
yourself
introduce yourself
to the
to
audience that is
the
watching
audience that
right
is
now.
watching right now.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Osagie Alex, and I'm a coach, a poet, and a writer. And it's good to be here on Segun's Manuel's live, and we look forward to having an amazing time together. Yeah, whatever you want to know more about me, just type my name on Google and you search that out for yourself. But I think we should spend more time on having our conversation than talking about myself right now. So that's it.
I think the people
I
need
think
to
the people need to
understand
understand
who we
who
have
we
here
have here
so that they can
so that
know
they
the
can know
value that
the
we're
value
bringing.
that
By the
we're
way,
bringing. By
Alex
the
just
way, Alex
directed
just
all of us
directed all
to
of us
Google.
to Google.
I know
I
he's
know
a
he's
Google
a Google
certified
certified
trainer.
trainer.
So if
So if
one is having an
one is having
issue,
an
anything
issue,
with Google,
anything with
today,
Google, today,
Alex should be able
Alex should be
to
able to
fix that.
fix that.
You will try our best.
Yeah.
We
So
will try our
Yeah.
while
So
best
we
to
are
do
while
talking,
we
I
are
want
talking, I
people
want people
to.
to.
Okay, so
Okay, so
Alex,
Alex,
we are having a
we are
little
having a
issue with the
little issue
sound.
with the sound.
So it's
So
Can
bouncing
you hear
back.
me?
bouncing back.
Can you hear
I can
me?
hear you,
I
But
can hear
but I
you,
think maybe
but
okay.
I
we
think maybe we
take out your
take out
sound
your
and bring it
sound
back
and
and
bring it
let's
back
see.
and let's see.
Okay, sure.
Can you hear me, guys? Yo, so you can hear me. So I think the challenge is from Alex's end. So Alex, I just
Yeah, I
muted
started the
I
your
just
same.
muted your
I muted your
I muted
microphone
your
and it came
microphone
out
and it
well.
came out well.
Okay, so
So
unmute
I
my
don't know
microphone
how
now
we
and
did
let's
it
see.
that
I don't know
time
how we did it that time
when we're testing.
Unmute my mic, I
when we're
guess.
testing.
Unmute my mic now. I guess that will work.
Okay, I've unmuted it. Oh, it's
Okay,
working now.
I've unmuted it.
Oh
Okay,
no,
Oh, it's working now.
it's still
fantastic.
having that
Oh no, it's
having that
still having that
bounce back.
still having that bounce back.
Mm,
Mm,
But
okay, I muted now. Let me
yeah,
let
unmute.
me
So for those of us
so for those
watching,
of us
let us
watching,
hear what
let
you
us
think
hear what
about.
you think about.
yeah. So if you can
I
hear,
would allow Alex
I would
go
allow
on
Alex
so
go
that
on to that.
so I'll ask the question
I'll ask the
quickly,
question
Alex.
quickly,
Then I'll
Alex.
let you
Then
go
okay,
I'll
on.
let you go on.
okay.
So my first question for you, Alex, is with what we're seeing today in the era that we're in, this post-COVID era, a lot of things have happened before now. People faced a lot of challenges, and a lot of issues went on with the. Uh, you understand what I mean? A lot of issues went on with the post with COVID. We are still in it. We are planning to get out of it. Other countries have gotten out of it. What were some of the challenges for you, and how were you able to surmount them?
Okay. Thank you for that amazing question. Basically, well, For some of us who have been on the digital space before now, it wasn't really much of a challenge for us because we basically have been doing most of what we do online. So it was just another opportunity for us to just speed up our processes to ensure that yes, we actually can deliver more results with the time that we now have. And one of the things I think this has done for everybody is to let everybody know that businesses must go online, irrespective of your location, irrespective of your country, irrespective of where you are. You must really play in the global stage. That's one thing that this season has taught us, that we must play from the global arena. You can no longer play small. You can no longer think, oh, I'm just in one part in Nigeria or just somewhere in Warri or somewhere in Lagos. Nobody really knows me. No, that barrier is gone. The internet has given everybody that leverage now that you can take advantage as much as you can. And one of the things that this season taught us is that you can't keep remaining a big fish in a small pond. By that, I mean you have to start collaborating globally with other people who are in your field and even not in your field so that you can connect your audience with their audience and their audience with your audience. So that's one thing that this season has brought us. Even if we have been taken by surprise because we weren't really prepared for it, so to speak, but that's change. Most of the real change that happened globally in the world is noiseless. It doesn't make noise. It just begins and everybody needs to adjust. So that's where we're finding it difficult now to adjust to this season. You know, before now we've been saying that everybody should consider the time they spend at work and know how much they really are worth. But they felt, oh, yeah, any one salary at the end of the month is a big deal. But now they've come to realize that all those times at work, what it really amounted to wasn't really much. So now that they're saying you don't have a job, you have to go back and rethink, what do I now do? Besides, there will be many loss of jobs, like I said on my live yesterday, but there'll also be new jobs. That's the truth. As
True.
some are fading out, new ones are coming. So we need to now equip ourselves for the new ones that are going to hear. That are going to be here. One thing I really tell people to do this season is learn as much as you can on human relationship. It's going to be very important. Irrespective of the skills that you have to deal with people. If you don't know how to penetrate people and get into the way they think, irrespective of the skill that you need, somebody with less skill but know how to get to people would have the job over you. So human relationship is very, very important this season because everybody is looking how to hold their cash, how not to spend anyhow, how to make the wise investment. But with the way you are able to penetrate into them, they can still do business with you. Because right now, if they have this human feeling towards you, like, oh, this person connects with me, this person understands my plight, this person can relate with me, it's going to give you an advantage, irrespective of the skill that you have. So if you're just saying, oh, skill up, skill up, skill up, have new skills, but you don't have the people skill, you are still going to be at a disadvantage this season because right now we are first people first before any other thing. Because right now the whole pandemic has shown us that outside of the coronavirus itself, there is the ignorance virus we are dealing with, there's the hunger virus we are dealing with, there's the poverty virus we are dealing with. And if you are to help people who are in this also dealing with these viruses, you must be able to communicate to them so they understand that it can be better. Because right now everybody's just looking at what's the next meal, where's the next money coming from, where's the next food coming from. Nobody's planning the next 5 years, the next 2 years. Nobody's planning that now. Everybody's looking at what's the next day going to look like. And your ability to be able to communicate that beyond looking at the next day, we are going to see the next day definitely, but we can still plan for that. We can still dream. Because right now a lot of people have lost hope on their dreams. Basically, they just feel, let's just go through this season. But this is also a season where you can begin to really dream again. And with the human relationship skill that you have, you can get people to still connect with your dream. Now, looking at what happened now, if we were not in this season, most of the discoveries we've had lately, we would not have had them because we'd have still been too busy.
Let's not go there, Alex. Let's not go there. But let's not jump the gun. I'm coming there. I'm coming there. And so, but one thing I learned during this season is that I took my time to go back and really learn how to run on these digital platforms. For once, I learned Google training. I learned Google PPC, pay per click. I learned I learned quite a few things on Google. I learned how to do this now. You just said it. I learned how to do all of this that we're doing now. This with this you can run a TV station. It's running very well like a TV station.
True.
But it
But
took this
it took
season
this season
to
Yeah.
to,
To
put
get
me in
you.
this
put me
form
in this form
to learn
to
all of
learn
this.
all of this.
Yeah.
For many
For many
people,
people,
rather than go back and learn, what they did was get troubled about. Zion was talking yesterday with me, and he was saying people were so concerned about the numbers. What is happening? How is it going? How is this? How many people have been affected today? So it's two ways. The issues might get you to skill up, or might get you to look down and say things are not happening. What was it for you?
Okay, basically, when it actually started, I knew this was going to happen. I already started telling people that I walk around and tell them that, guys, this thing's going to happen. This thing's going to happen. Let's just anticipate when the government will actually shut us down. And then they did. And then when the whole news started coming out, okay, lockdown and all that. During that period, I took a 7-day break off internet, social media, online. Literally, I was not doing anything online. I just left my phone. I was watching a series, Dr. House. So I was watching Dr. House series. I didn't do anything work related. I just needed to clear my mind that season and really prepare for what's next. And then I came back. Then, as the time I left, the numbers in the country was just about 200. By the time I came back, it was 600. So I knew to myself, I'm not going to follow to keep scores, to know, okay, what NCDC is saying every close to 12 midnight to bring the new scores of the numbers affected, the numbers that have died and all that. I just told myself, I'm not going to keep my mind focused on that. I'm going to keep my mind focused on what I can do for myself this season. And one of the things I always tell people now, this is the best season for you to practice whatever skill you have been learning. I put out a post on Instagram lately and I said, a lot of people read how to make money, how to invest, how to do this. They do all the theoretical part of reading, but they don't go ahead to start to practicalize it and take action. That's where many people's learning stop. They stop at just knowing, they don't move to doing. Even Jesus said in scriptures that it is the hearer and the doer that are blessed, not the hearer alone, deceiving your own self. So I like to tell people that this is the time to practice whatever skill, whatever thing you know how to do, practice it this season. Make your mistakes, learn from it, fail. People are afraid to fail, but this is the best time to fail because we can even excuse it that it's because of COVID, that's why you failed. But this is the best time to fail.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
So, Alex, if you see, there's a comment on the screen. A young guy, who came first time on my live yesterday while I was talking with Favor and Zion, and look at the comments he's giving us today. So yesterday our discussion motivated me to start developing myself again on graphic design. How wonderful is this?
fantastic. That's exactly what I was just talking about now. This time to practice. This time to practice. Go and start doing what you feel you should be doing. See, this is not the time for me, like I said, when I was talking about having human relationship, this is not the time to actually make so much money. Yes, you can make money if you have done some good investment before now. But this is not the time you make money because everybody's holding cash. This is the time to build human capital, build credibility capital with people. So that by the time this season is over, when they think of who to put their money into, you'll come to mind first because you have been there for them this season. So this is time to build relationship with people. This is time to see how you can help people. I was talking yesterday on my live that this is a season where you need to become a support system for others. You need to become a belief system for others. And you need to become an encouragement system for other people. So it's not just about you. Because every now and then people have been telling us stay safe, stay safe, stay safe, wash your hands, follow the health protocols, use sanitizer. How many people are telling us to sanitize our mind? Because if you go through Instagram right now, you see a lot of things that will get you to start getting worried and start thinking. You need to also sanitize your mind, not just your hands. So where is the mind sanitizers? Because outside of this season, we're going to have a lot of people coming up with trauma that they have experienced because of this season. Because you wake up in the morning, you are going nowhere, you are home. So the days are literally not changing. It's like yesterday, today, and tomorrow. There's no difference. Sunday doesn't look like Sunday anymore. Friday doesn't look like Friday anymore. Monday doesn't look like Monday anymore.
In
So
fact,
people are going
we only have
We
3 days
only
of
have
the
3
week
days
now.
of the week
Yesterday,
now.
Yes.
today, and
Yesterday,
tomorrow.
today, and tomorrow.
Exactly. We have 3 days now. And that's another traumatic effect for some people because you're not waking up to look forward to something as before. So you could wake up and leave the house and do that. You can't do any of that right now. You're stuck.
True.
And
Someone,
you've been like
someone
this
is
for over
someone is
1 month.
someone is agreeing with
someone is
you here. He
agreeing with
says
you here.
that's
He
very
says
true. We
that's
need to
very true.
build
We need to build
human capacity.
human
Human,
capacity.
yes,
Yes, that's
we need
Carol
Yes,
to
Ballon.
Carol Ballon.
we need to do that at this season, because when we do that now, people will know that we are not doing what we do because of what we stand to gain. We are
Mm.
doing it because we want everybody to align to what they can become. Because truth be told, if you are the privileged few in the
Mm.
midst of an impoverished lot, you become an endangered species.
So true.
So
So
true.
true.
So true.
So our goal for this season is to see how we can help people begin to be able to dream again in spite of what they are going through. Be a support system, help people
Mm.
still be able to chase their dream, let them know it's still possible. Like the post I did today on my Instagram, the title is Remember. You know, in Lion King, there was a part where Simba had left the house when the father died, and Scar has chased him out. So he grew up now with Timon and Pumbaa. So he
Timon and
actually
Pumbaa.
Timon and
forgot.
Pumbaa.
Yeah, he actually now forgot that.
How did you get
How did you
all
get
these
all
details?
these
Did they watch
details?
this
Did they
thing
watch
like me
this
too,
thing like
Abby?
me too, Abby?
What to do now? We have to stay young. Okay, so one of the things that that thing I was writing about talk to us is, at a point when he now saw the image of his dad, one dad spoke to him, father now told him to remember who he was.
Remember.
Remember, you understand that epic line? That is what we need to do this season. We need to remember who we are. Circumstances do not determine who we are. Yes, we are in a season that is not what we expect, but that doesn't determine who we are. We should not lose our identity to COVID, because COVID will come and go. There have been other viruses that have been here before and they've also gone. But your identity will still remain after this thing is over. So that's why I'm telling people, remember who you are. And this is the season where we need to also help people remember who they are, so they know that, yes, this season will come. Challenges will come, so the scripture says.
Mm.
Trials will come, so the scripture says. But we will still remain standing if we know who we are, that this did not come to destroy us, but it came to help us become better. So I
So
encourage people this season.
I just want to
I just
throw
want
in
to
here.
throw in here.
We hear a lot
We
of
hear a lot of
people saying today that look, oh, what skill are you using to make money now? There's money, people have money, go and do something to make money. But I just heard from you now, like you just said, that look, this is not the time to make money. This is time to build support system. This is time to help people, so that when it is time when they have money to spend, when we go back to spending and doing, they will look at you first. Because if there are no people to spend the money, no matter what business you are doing, you might truly not sell.
sell.
True, true. Very
Mm.
important. Very important. So we need to understand this, that this is not the time that we must focus on making money. This is time on building relationship, helping people discover themselves and know who they are. And know who they are. Because see, right now, everybody's hoarding their cash that they have. Nobody wants to
True.
spend anyhow. Everybody's holding their cash. Everybody's spending only when it's necessary. And I tell people, the only thing that will make anybody spend money now is if it's food, if it's health, and if it's security. Outside of those three, forget it. They will tell you come back later. So I'm not
Mm.
trying to sell my courses this season. I'm not trying to sell my books this season. I'm just trying to help people. I'm giving out most of my things out as gifts this season, so that people can learn and improve themselves this season, so that when they come out of this season, they will look back and remember who was there for them. Who was there for them? Because we have built, people have not really understand what customer experience actually is. Because with customer experience, you remain top of mind through the actions that you have shown in time past. So they know, oh, this person is not about the money. Even if this person is charging, we are already indebted to this person because he has given us so much value for free before now. So this season, if you're doing any course, you're doing any free program, just do it for free and give them your best, knowing that you are investing into their future.
Yeah. So
Talking
talking
about
about free.
free.
I have promised that everybody who's watching this stream and who will stay to the end, and if we have up to 500 persons watching this stream, I will give a free gift at the end of this, which will end in another 30 minutes. And also, Alex has said that he would match my free gift with another free gift. Towards the end of this, I will let you know how you can get the free gift if you watch this video to the end. You can get the free gift, and you can also get Alex's free gift. Alex, could you tell us a little about that gift you want to give us before we continue on the discussion?
Okay, the gift I'm giving out is one of my books. Came out last year. It's called The Upgrade Culture. The book is valued, it's selling at 10,000 naira, but I'm giving it out as a gift this season so that people can understand that beyond what we see, culture is a very predominant part of our lives. And if we don't understand the right culture and practice the right culture, we will be shooting ourselves on the foot deliberately. So one of the things I talked about in the book is the culture of honor, the culture of generosity, the culture of family, the culture of risk and faith, the culture of spirituality. I listed about 10 different cultures that I know if you begin to practice, you begin to see results in your life. So that's why I'm giving it out to people so that they can begin to have the right kind of culture, which we as upgrade practitioners we use, which is our upgrade. That's why I call it the upgrade culture.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Fantastic.
So people will be
So
getting
people
that
will be
plus
getting that plus
my
my
free gift
free gift
that I'll be
that
giving
I'll be
also.
giving also.
I think
I
the
think
sound just
the
got
sound
better
just
now.
got better now.
Is
Yeah.
it me
Is
or
it me or
No, it's good. It's good.
it's
I
got
can hear
better
you
now?
it's
clearly.
Yeah,
got better now? Yeah.
yeah. And I think
Yeah. And I think there's no
the back
the back
sound that was coming
sound
is
that
no
was
longer.
coming no longer.
So my
So
gift is going to
my gift
be
is going to be
my
my
MP3 of
MP3 of
um,
um,
how to thrive
how
in
to
a
thrive in a
recession. It's
recession.
a material
It's
that
a
I have that
material that
has
I have
been
that has been
not
not
everybody who has
everybody who
gotten
has
it has been
gotten it has
excited
been
about it.
excited about
And
it.
I'm thinking
And
what
I'm
better
thinking what
way
better
for people
way for
to
people to
learn now
learn now
than to learn
than to
how to
learn how
thrive
to thrive
in a
in
recession.
a
So
recession. So
everybody who's here
everybody
at
who's
the end
here
of
at the
this,
end of this,
come back, don't go
come
anywhere. Those
back,
of you
don't
who
go
have
anywhere.
come
Those
and
of you who
gone,
have come and gone,
the link will
the
be
link will be
available
available
where you can
where you can
get the free gifts that myself and Alex will be giving you at the end of today. Ni Soinka, welcome, brother. Alex, you know Ni?
Yes, no, I met him in Kaduna when I went to Kaduna.
Yes, fantastic guy. The guy is the one in charge of the whole northern axis.
Yes, himself and
He's the
Elisha
he's,
Maman.
he's the
is
original
the
king of the
original
north.
king of the north.
Welcome, brother. How are
Welcome,
you?
brother. How are you?
Sometime soon
Sometime soon
we should have you up
we should have
to
you up to
on this
on
our
this
series.
our series.
Okay, so
Okay,
Alex,
so Alex,
finally my
finally my
last push to you
last
will
push
be:
to you will be
what should people be doing now? What should they be doing going forward? And there has been no money. People had had challenges, we had all kind of things, but now they know this is a new time. We're moving forward. What should they be doing now going forward? The curve is coming down. Things are changing. China is opening. Italy, some part of America are opening back up, but our curve in Africa is just going up with 4,000 plus now. So we've not flattened the curve yet. So what should the people be doing now that we know where the world is and where we are as a people? What should we do now?
Okay. First off, I think I've shared this already on two of my upgrade live sessions that I've done this month. The first one was make adjustments, and the one for yesterday was stay sane. Two things I think people need to do now is first they need to make adjustments. Make adjustments to the reality that you find yourself right now. It's not business as usual. Things have changed, so you have to make adjustments. You have to look at yourself and begin to cut down on excesses that is no longer necessary. You know, before this COVID season, people used to feel that staying at home, they could stay at home. They had to go out. They have to hang out. They have to do meetups and all that. But now people realize that the truly basic thing you need is just food,
And maybe
electricity,
and maybe
and
data.
data. That's all. Food, electricity, and data, and everybody's okay. So right now, if they come out of this season and still go back to their old routine of trying to hang out, trying to be with the boys, drink beer and all that, they just didn't learn anything because that is a waste of finances because it's actually not necessary. So
Okay.
people need to learn to make adjustments this season. Yeah, some people are going to lose their jobs. That's certain, because they're not going to work right now. You have to make adjustments on that and know how you're going to bounce back from that predicament that's going to happen. And then you need to learn to stay sane. Like I was saying earlier, we've been telling people how to stay safe, to wash their hands, observe the health protocols, use sanitizers, wear face masks, observe social distance. But we've not actually told people how to stay sane, so they still have their mind intact to continue this season. Because look at it, you wake up in the morning, you have nowhere to go, you stay like that. It's like you're in solitary confinement, even though you are not in prison. And if you really want to break down anybody, you put them in solitary confinement in prison, so that they are away from people. They cannot see anybody, they cannot relate with people, they are just kept to themselves. At that point, you break whatever resistance that they have. What this season has actually put everybody into is into solitary confinement, because you can't relate with people, you can't come out, you cannot do as before, so you are kept to yourself. So if you are not built strength in yourself, you will break down and you get yourself involved in so many things. Now look at this, the curve. Before now, so many challenges were up. At the first week of March, you were seeing so many challenge, everybody was doing one challenge or the other. As at this point in May, nobody is doing challenge anymore. Haven't
They
you noticed?
started with giveaways.
Nobody's doing challenge anymore.
And
Some of all those
numbers are flying up and down.
some of those giveaways are even audio giveaway,
Whoa.
because they know how to get Nigerians, to get them engaged. Once they know there's going to be giveaway, everybody's engaged in that post. Oh, okay, want to drop account number and all that. Most of those things are audio. So how do you verify if anybody want to give away? So people need to stay sane this season. Stay sane, make adjustment. And I recommend that anybody who's watching this, they can go back to my Facebook page. They'll see the video. I have 1 hour for each of those sessions, so they could watch and understand what I'm talking about, because we do not have the luxury of time here for me to start explaining the details of that. But those two things are what I recommend for this season. Make adjustments and stay sane. You would see yourself through this season if you learn to do those two, to make adjustments and to stay sane.
I like that. Make adjustments and stay sane. So adjustments will include financial adjustments, making sure that this expenditure that you're having and all the kind of expenditures you were having before COVID, even during COVID, now after COVID, knowing that there will be job loss and there'll be a lot of, you need to make adjustments. You need to also make adjustments in relationships. For me, many of the relationships that we used to have before are no longer, because you discover now in this time that, look, I didn't see this person and I didn't lose anything, I didn't miss anything. Most of the events and activities that we used to attend before, we really need them anymore. Many of all those burials, weddings, and after all, somebody had their wedding on Zoom recently. Alex, did you see that wedding?
The picture, yeah, I saw the picture. Wedding on Zoom.
Remove the whole wahala of family, the whole wahala of transport, venue, make the whole event cheap and affordable for the people involved in it. So people need to make adjustments, and they also need to, what the second thing you
Stay
said?
sane. They need to stay sane.
They need to stay sane. Stay sane.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they still have their mind intact. Their mind still functions for them.
So true, Alex. I want you to speak to the young boy, the young girl who is watching right now, who is saying, these guys are just talking. They just speak plenty grammar. No one knows how they talk. I don't have a job right now. I'm excited about the young man who put up a comment. I'm really excited about him. I want to bring back his comment again. He watched yesterday, uh, and now he's already working on his graphic design. What of that young man or that young girl who is watching now, who is saying, I don't understand what these guys are saying. The world is moving digital. I don't know how to operate computer. I don't want to do Yahoo Yahoo. What is the thing I need to do next that will help me get for Alex? Speak to them. They already are hearing me, but if they hear from Alex, who is speaking from the corner of the Oba's palace, I think they will respect it more.
Okay. First off, There is always somebody who's a living picture of the dream that you have,
So true.
whether home or abroad. There's always somebody who is like
So true.
a living picture of the kind of dream or the kind of person you want to become. Now, if you one of the responsibility of a young boy or young girl at this season is to go and search out for such people, look at them and begin to understudy them. See, the life is very simple. You do what successful people do, you get this claim of result that successful people get. It's that simple. It's life sucks, like they say, success leaves clues. If you know the clues, you can actually reproduce their kind of result. You may not reproduce it in their large scale, but you could start small and you can actually scale up if you understand what they do. So a young person who doesn't want to do Yahoo, doesn't want to do G, wants to do the right thing and doesn't know understand how to do computer. What dream do you have? First, it starts with a dream. If you have a dream of who you want to become, then look out for people around you who are living your dream already. Then go and study them. Study them online. See how close you can get to them offline. Study them. No, don't ask for money. Don't beg. Understand them. Ask questions. What do you do? What are the things that a young person like me can do? Our young people today are not asking the right questions. They are asking
Hmm.
questions like, find me something, boss, find me something, and boss, anything for the boys. No, those are the wrong questions because nobody wants a liability around.
So
Even
true.
if he helps
Nobody
you
wants
out,
Nobody wants a
reliability.
liability.
even if he helps you out of the magnanimity of his heart right now, he won't help you tomorrow. So why lose that opportunity by going to ask for money when you can get an idea or someone who can help straighten your ideas out? So I put out a post recently and I say, what can I help you with outside of money? And I got very few responses. Because if you put out that simple and say, what can I help you with? Half of the comments you get will be money. And people need to understand that money is not the first thing you need. Yes, you will get money, but money is not the first thing you need. And young people always feel that money is the ultimate, money is everything. Once they have money, everything is settled. No, there's so many. See, if you have a problem that money can solve, you don't have a problem.
Hmm.
If the problem you have is the one money can solve, you don't have a problem. It's like I heard a joke sometime that a man was praying in the church and was asking God, give me 10,000, God, give me 10,000. And then a rich man walked in and heard the prayer. And he tapped the man and said, take 10,000, go. Let me disturb God with better things than your 10,000.
Hmm.
So which means the kind of questions you ask, they're very critical. So as a young person, the question is not how can I make money? The question should be how can I become who I can be? Because in your journey of becoming, money is a byproduct.
So true.
Money is a byproduct. So I can remember the first time we met way back when you were still doing Mega Youth Summit when I came to Abraka. You didn't know me from anywhere. I didn't know you from anywhere. But it was the
True.
gift I had at that point that brought me to where you were. And over time, I've even transitioned from that gift to another thing. And from that day since we met, over 5 or 6 years now, till date, I've never asked you for money. But we have
True.
refined ideas together. We've talked things together. We have moved on different levels together. But money conversation have never been there. And we have made money together.
So
Are you
true.
getting the difference? So young people should put the money thing aside. Yes, they are deceived by the glam that they see online, the music artists and all that. That's not the reality. Those guys actually work.
They do, and
They should
they work
spend, somebody
very
should
hard.
take out the time.
They work very hard.
Yes, take out the time and go and stay one day with Burna Boy or Davido or Whiskey, and you see their work ethics. Those guys, they work. They work. They don't just chill and put money around doing music videos. They work. They have to create those things. They have to create the concept. They have to work with the producer to fine tune their concept. So that thing is work. So we need to let young people know the truth that money is not the first thing. The first thing is who are you becoming? Because with who you become, you will always make money. If you are becoming
True.
who you should be, you will always make money. But yet
If
people
you are
feel,
if
oh,
you are
money
if
first.
if you are a
If
man
you are
of
a man of
value, money would run towards you.
You
Money will
always make
look
money.
for you.
for you.
Definitely.
So
You always make money.
so for me, this season will be a time to add value to yourself, add value, learn something new, do something new, get a new idea, so that when we get back to when money is in circulation, we already know where to put our money to. And you are not coming with your cap in hand to beg for money. You are coming to say, "Oh, I have this idea. I learned this thing when the was COVID. I took time to learn this, and today I can give it to you as a value, and you can exchange money for it for me."
Yeah, true. And they don't even need to wait till the COVID is over. They should start exchanging that value now, even for free. Because, like we always tell people, that if people don't appreciate you for free, they will not pay a fee.
Say it again.
If people don't appreciate you for free, they will not pay a fee.
I'm going to put that on the banner.
So this is the time that people need to give out whatever value they have for free, because what you're actually going to gain from this season is feedback. You will not know the kind of value you can put out there that would work, that you can convert to cash later. Because now you've known what people will prefer, you've known what people are looking out for. So you cannot know what to convert to cash. But if you don't put it out there for free, nobody will know. So for me, I write every day. So those posts I put every day have in turn over time given me the clients that I did. As at last year, I worked with a bank last year who just resigned from banking, who has 16 years experience. And this person paid for my coaching program of $1,000 as at last year, as at October last year. How did this person get to meet me? She said she saw my comment on Linda Ikeji's post. So you can imagine, my showing up at the places where I needed to show up attracted a client to me that paid me that kind of amount.
Yeah, so she appreciated you for free,
and now she was able to pay the fee.
you a fee. Deep.
So young people need to learn, even if they have value, they have skill, they need to show up with those value and skill so that the world gets to see them. Recently, we just had one of our friends, PC Timmy, did a video chat with Segun. And one of the things that Segun said about her was, peace will always show up. Peace will show up when he's doing his stuff. Peace will always show up, make herself seen and heard. So when it was time for her to make a request that he should come on the live because of this COVID season, which is easy for everybody to go on anybody's live this season, he was able to oblige it. And now, Peace has already created a product out of the 20 minutes conversation. She has made an ebook out of it already.
I saw that.
So you see, from her showing up with the value that she has, that she's still refining, it has given her more value. So don't wait for it to be perfect. Say, okay, let COVID be over first before I come out. No, this is the best season. On your WhatsApp status, show up. Share your ideas. On your Twitter handle, share your ideas. On your Instagram, the same thing. Be deliberate with your showing up. Your Facebook, the same thing. Be deliberate with your showing up. Because the more people see you, the more they appreciate what you're doing. Sooner or later.
Alex, yes, sir. I'm not cutting you, but I'm just going to say that this is just buttressing what Zion said yesterday. Zion was talking about you showing up daily. That your strategy for going forward can be seen in your last 10 Facebook posts. Your strategy for moving forward can be seen in your last 10 Twitter posts, can be seen in your last 10 posts on any platform. We can tell where you are going to. So you just buttress the point that Zion made yesterday.
And you see, the spirit is one, and I wasn't even here yesterday. So that's the same thing. You see, for me lately, one of the platforms I really enjoy this season is Twitter, because Twitter, you can really get the pulse of people. So one of the posts I put out on Twitter last week was, you can never really be rich working for somebody else. Now, a lot of people came attacking me. Some people say, even you saying this, are you not working for somebody else? I say, yes, that's the truth. But yes, consider this. As much as we say Ronaldo earns a high salary per week, somebody is paying him that salary. Ronaldo is rich. His employer is wealthy. So I'm not saying don't work for people. Please do. But don't remain at that stage all your life. Look at what's happening to some people now because of the COVID season. They are losing their jobs. They didn't plan for this. Now, some people who have not opened their CV in the past 10 years have to go dust their CVs now.
So true.
Something that they did not plan for. But if they had something on the side they were doing, they can now fall back to that thing and continue and have something to fall back on. Right now, some people don't have. Look at when Access Bank came out 2 weeks ago to say they are laying go of staff. A lot of people went online and was talking and talking and talking. It doesn't change the fact. Those people have been affected. If they have nothing to fall back on, it has increased the number of unemployed in the country, pending when all these things roll over.
Fantastic, Alex. So somebody says, I hope this is recorded. Caro Ballo. Yes, it is recorded. It's going to be on my YouTube page in another hour. I'll put it there on my YouTube page. Also, I'm going to get the audio and also put it on my Anchor. So it's going to be in a podcast format. So I'm going to repurpose this content. It's going to be everywhere. I'll put it on LinkedIn. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put it on Anchor. And then hopefully I'll get a scripting of it where we can use it to make posts everywhere. So it's recorded, and we can have it in every other place. Alex, I want you to talk about repurposing, using content, putting out. Africans generally, we are content consumers. We don't create. Talk about content creation, because what we're doing now is creating content. Yesterday I talked to Zion and Favor, and there was so much ideas that was put out just by sitting down and talking. And with what we have now as this facility that we have now to be able to talk to people live, we are able to create content. Talk to us about content creation. Africans generally don't know how to create content. We just consume.
Okay, thank you so much for that. The thing is that it's not that we don't know how to create content, it's that we don't know how to convert content to our context. The way it works in the US is never going to work like that in Nigeria. So what many of us do is that we take the American content and try to replicate it in the Nigerian, as a Nigerian content, without converting it to the Nigerian context. And if you look at scripture, that's what Jesus did. Jesus would take a general content that he wants to share with the people and relate it to their context. So to the farmers, he will say a man went to sow seed, so they could understand the context. To the fishermen, he will say, and they went fishing. So he explained every of his content with the right context. So when they say content is king, context is queen. So what we need to do as young people here in this part of the world is to try to make our content relevant to our context. Once we do that, our content will be more appreciable. People can appreciate our content. In fact, going from the names we even use for our content, going from the kind of analogies we use for our content, it needs to be relatable. So people can understand that, oh, this thing is talking about this thing. It's not just talking about something that is high sounding. And that's what they do over there. They relate their content to their context. It's we that try to do copy and paste.
Rather than create new content, develop the existing content into the context where you are in.
Fantastic. Because we're already high on copy and low on content. So let's just copy from what we see, but put it in this context that we can relate with. Now, look at what's happening right now in the Governor Wike situation in Port Harcourt. Now, that's a good content that we can put in every other context. Take out the good side. Like what we're talking before we came on the show. Nigerians are naturally lawless. We don't like to obey laws. But even if he has gone to the extreme, you can still take the content of what he has done and put it in the right context for people to understand that you should be able to obey laws and follow laws so you don't experience harsh consequences because you disobeyed the laws. So it's taking content and making it into the right context. Do you understand? Because if you go online, you still see videos of people smuggling themselves in trucks into other states, breaking the laws. We don't know what those people have.
I have my reservations about those people that are coming in trucks. I think it's intentional. Something else going on there.
Do you understand? But somebody has to take the bold step. Yes, people say he has gone too far, but look at the bright side. It's trying to make us understand that you cannot. Now, you know the funny thing? It's only here. It's only in Nigeria that Nigerians are lawless. The moment they leave the borders of this country, there is a miracle that happens over them that suddenly they begin to fall in line.
It happens at the airport.
No, not even at the airport. In the plane, when they are in the sky, the brainwashing starts. So as they land, they just start to align to system. But when they come back here,
Fantastic.
they just
Okay, hold on,
Alex.
So everybody watching now, we're about to wrap up because we want to make this a 1 hour show. So if you have a question for Alex, we just have a few minutes. If you have a question, quickly type it on the comment section. I'll put it up on the screen. Henry says he's learning a lot today. Thank you, Henry. So you're learning a lot. If you have a question that we can answer, we'll address in the next few minutes before we wrap up today's episode. You have a question, something we think Alex should answer, or something that you think that we can do going forward. This is about the second time I'm doing this. I think I'll be doing this almost every day now to engage my time properly and get content and context like this for us in our society. So if you have a question, quickly put it on the comment section. If you enjoyed it, put it also on the comment section while I chat with Alex a little more before we go. So Alex, many people don't know that you work at BIU. My first opportunity to speak at Benson Dasa University, it was Alex that hooked me up there. The story about how me and Alex hooked up is a very long story, and it's a story for another day. We'll share it some other time. But Alex, you work at BIU and you work with young people. What is something that you think you need to do or we need to do generally? I was reading up how 5 young people raped an 18-year-old lady, and I'm very sure that the young boys that did it are not more than that 18. They should be that age thereabout. And that's what the reality we are seeing today. Drugs, all kind of young people taking all kind of drugs and all. What do we need to do differently after this COVID is over to help our young people to learn?
Okay. First, I think for young people, our young people need to understand that they still have a future. Our young people right now just want to live in the present to the detriment of their future. They just want to live today and now. That's why they get involved in all that they want to do. They believe that you only live once, the YOLO, whatever. That yes, you only live once. Yes, you only live once, but there's a tomorrow. And whatever you do today would tell on your tomorrow. Someone rightfully says that all those guys doing G and Yahoo, they're eating their future in today. All the fun that they probably make in their future, they're eating it right now. And I actually ask people this question with all humility and with all honesty. Show me one Yahoo person who has survived for 1 decade with the Yahoo money.
None.
I'm yet to find one. One person that said, okay, it was Yahoo, has been doing it for 10 years successfully and has established businesses and all that. Everything is going well for him for 10 years. And even 10 years is a short time. When did we celebrate year 2000 here? We are in 2020 already.
20 years.
20 years now.
20 years down the line, like a joke. As in, when here were we watching Ishauru and Ultimate Power on national television? It's like history right now. So young people need to understand that there is a future for them to plan towards and put all this instant gratification aside, because it's about who you are becoming, not what you have now. Like they say in local parlance, I get before, not be property. Do you understand? Because the people who started with iPhone 1 cannot even bring out iPhone 1 right now as we speak. But there was a time iPhone 1 was, if you didn't have it, you felt like you didn't belong to a certain class of people. That's what I'm trying to let young people know now. Focus on your future and start building yourself into the person that will be able to live out that future. There will be challenges along the line. There will be some things you have to give up on that journey, but it will be worthwhile in the long run. So it's not about now. It's not about now. It's about your future, and the focus should be on your future.
Fantastic, Alex. So they should focus on their future, focus on what it is they have to do, focus on the future they are interested in, and leave all the other things that they are doing. When they are done focusing on all of this, they would be able to, get all the other things and done. So we're going to almost wrap up now. But in wrapping up, I would say that like Alex promised earlier, and I also promised, I have a gift for everybody watching. So if you have watched us, we didn't get up to the numbers, but I'm going to say for my gift, if you follow this link here, you would get my gift. bit.ly/SM. SM should be in capital letters as it is here. SM 2020 gift. If you follow this link, you would definitely get my gift. I would let Alex tell us how we can get his gift because about wrapping up now. It's almost 1 hour.
Just 1 hour.
I just
Alex,
sent
come
you the
again. They
chat.
didn't hear you.
They didn't hear you.
I just sent the chat for my gift, the link to my gift.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
fine.
I'm trying to
I'm
copy it
trying to
now.
Check your
now.
yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
copying
Yes,
it.
I'm
I'm going to
copying
put
it.
it
I'm
up
going to put it up
soon.
soon.
So for
So
Alex's
for
gift,
Alex's gift,
yeah, maybe I
yeah,
should
maybe I should
I put both of
I
them in
put both of
one.
them in one.
So just a
So
minute.
just a minute.
For Alex's
For
gift,
Alex's gift,
you can also
you can
follow
also
the.
follow the.
I'm putting it up.
I'm
I
putting
put
it
both
up.
of
I
them
put
on.
both of them on.
Okay,
Okay,
fantastic. So
fantastic.
for both
So for
gifts,
both gifts,
you can follow
you can
this.
follow this.
So that's mine
So
on
that's
top.
mine on top.
That's Alex's
That's
under.
Alex's under.
Wait, I think you may have. I think
I
you
may
may.
I may have what?
Oh,
May I have what?
okay, no, that's it. That's it. I want to be sure of the link. I
Okay,
want to be
fine.
sure of
Okay,
the link
fine.
so that people don't have download error when they go in there to get it. But all the same, did anybody have any question that they would have wanted us to?
Trying to
Okay,
get out.
this
Trying
is
to get out.
okay. This
Okay,
is the
so
right link.
Okay, so
This is the right link.
there's
The book upgrade culture. That's the right link. The first one is the wrong one. Sorry.
all right.
Sorry
So
about that. Yeah, that's what
I'm
I
going
wanted to be
to.
sure
I'm
of.
going to.
Which one is the
Which
right
one
one
is the
now?
right
You
one
sent
now?
me a
The
message.
Send
book.
me a message.
Yeah, the book upgrade
Uh,
culture. That's the right one. Tiny URL / the book upgrade culture.
okay. So I'm going to
Okay, so
let
I'm
me
going to
copy
let
it.
me copy it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a
Meanwhile, there's a
question.
question.
Okay.
Let me
Let me
quickly.
quickly
Let me get the
let me
question
get the
up while
question
you're
up while
answering
you're
that.
answering that.
I'm getting
I'm
the.
getting
So
the.
say I have a
So
problem with
I have a
saving.
problem
What
with
can I
saving.
do to
What can I
enable
do
to
to
save more?
enable to save more?
Okay. Yeah. One of my books I wrote out recently. Yeah, it came out this year, January. It's called. Like I knew what was going to happen. So the title of the book was "Don't Save Your Way into Poverty." If you have a challenge with saving, you have to actually discipline yourself. You have to actually discipline yourself and put the money aside. I said something in one of my tweets last week, and I said one of the ways for you to stay rich is to have money in your savings and act as though you don't have it. Because when you will need to invest money, you may not see money to invest if you don't save. So the goal of saving is not to save, but to save so you can grow your money. So sometimes you need to put money aside and destroy the ATM card to the account, or go to your bank and tell your bank account officer that, please, this account, I want to lock it down. I cannot withdraw from it until I come to the bank myself. I cannot withdraw from anywhere. I can't use USSD. I can't use app or ATM. Lock your money down so that when you want to make investment, you have money to fall back on to start off that investment. So for that person, please discipline yourself. Put out a blind eye to that money, like though you don't have it, so you can be able to save and then start to grow. So it's not enough to even save money, because one of the things I wrote in the book is that a penny saved is still a penny. It doesn't grow because you are saving it. Because most people don't even realize that banks won't give you interest as long as you've withdrawn more than 3 times in a month. So no matter the amount you have in your account, if you withdraw more than 3 times, and trust me, how many people would not withdraw more than 3 times in a month? So the interest you're supposed to even get from any money you have in your account, you lose it because you've withdrawn. So when you want to save, you need to act a blind eye. Assume you don't have the money. You have to discipline yourself. Besides, one of the things that this COVID season has taught us is discipline. Before now, people will argue and say, oh, they don't have time. They don't have time. This season has shown us that it's not time that people don't have, it's discipline. Because now everybody has time. Everybody has time, literally. But it's the discipline to do what you must do. So for the young person who needs to save, you need to inculcate a little bit of discipline. Put the money aside. You see, the truth is, with savings, your body would adjust over time. Your expenses will adjust over time when you know that, yes, I don't have this money to use. Or even if you can't save it yourself, join all those contributions, the agios and the rest. So you know as it's coming, you're putting the money away. You're putting the money away that you won't have access to it at that time so that it can start growing. Even though it's not growing well, but at least you're starting from a point to begin to save. So what I will encourage that young person to do is please discipline yourself. Get somebody you can always pay the money to say, okay, hold it for me. Someone you trust that will not use your money to do anything, or someone you trust that can hold it for you so that you can learn that discipline. But you too can learn the discipline. Everybody have more than one account right now. Put your money in another account that you know you will not have access to. You will not use the ATM, neither will you use your USSD code, and just leave it there. Let it be there till you have something to do with the money. Because right now, after this COVID, a lot of people are going to need cash. And so they'll be selling off some of the things that they have. So if you have cash, you can buy off some things way cheaper, and then you can resell them off later. I was listening to Vusi recently, and he was saying something that one guy reached out to him and told him to buy a particular car at a 25% discount because of the COVID season. And he said if he wanted to, he would have bought it and then resell the car later and make 100% profit on it. So this is still going to play out. It's just like when people come to the country during the Christmas, and when they are leaving back, they start to sell off the properties they bought during that period, like the cars they bought and all that. They start to sell it off, and even sell it off cheap because they need cash to go back. So if you have cash at that time, you can take advantage of some opportunities. So cash is very important, and savings can start giving you access to your own cash that you can use to do other things that you need to do. So discipline yourself to start saving.
True. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Alex. I think we have about exhausted the time that we planned to use today, which is 1 hour. Thank you for sharing your insight with us, Alex.
Thank you so much for having me.
For those who listen, this time I've not named this program yet, but I'm going to name it soon. I'm going to name it something. But today, so we're just talking about post-COVID realities with Alex. And I said that if we get up to a certain number, we are going to give a gift. Alex also promised a gift, so you can go and get your gifts now. You can get my gift, which is an MP3. Alex's is a book. MP3 is at bit.ly/SM. SM is in capital. Segun Manuel, SM in capital. 2020 gift. If you go to that link, it will lead you to where you can get my MP3 for absolutely free. Also, if you go to tinyurl.com/the book upgrade culture, you will get a free copy of Alex's book. I'm going to leave that on there. Somebody says, thanks so much, Alex and Segun. Henry, thank you for watching. Just in case you're not already following me or Alex, that'll be an error. So go follow us on. Alex, you have a page now.
Yes, my name Osagie Alex on Facebook, then Instagram and Twitter at Wisdom Counseling.
Wisdom Counseling. His name on Instagram and Twitter. Go follow him, Alex Osagie. That's my guy right there. Tomorrow, follow my page. At Segun Manuel, everywhere, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can see it scrolling under there. At Segun Manuel. Yes. I would. Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir. I need to go handle some other issues. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
link. I'll put it back up there again. Then I just Alex, thank you for coming. I'll put
Thank
the
you, sir.
slide up there so that you can see. Thanks, bro.
Thank
Well
you,
done.
sir. No wahala. Well done, sir.